Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. Happy today is Tuesday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we got going on for today. Make sure all systems go. Everything looks like it is working. Let's have a look what we have going on. First, start off with the calendar here. Very clean day. Not even a red folder today. ADP employment, weekly employment change. Yeah, weekly, not too important. Tomorrow's CPI, big one. Inflation data. They're expecting inflation to tick up here, which means if inflation comes down, means we can reduce interest rates. Will be bullish for gold. If we see inflation stay the same, then yeah, inflation staying the same basically is a good sign. Gives us opportunity. Inflation ticking up to 2.5 basically keeps the rates the same here, which kind of prices in all of those interest cuts that we've been having. So let's see what's going on the higher time frame. Start off with daily time frame here. So as we can see, a previous daily closing bearish here, long rejection wick from the downside though. So even though we are closing bearish, I do see this as a more bullish pressure coming into the market here, since we're buying up that bottom wick, right? If we're looking at 4-hour time frame here, we're stuck at the top of the 4-hour range. So gold has been in this range. We spoke about this exact plan yesterday, guys. We were here in London. I talked about how I expect this to go up and fill the range here. It's why all London I was trying to take buys, holding buys during London, right from down here or somewhere here, I think. We went a little bit deeper and then ended up continuing that move. So analysis 100%. This has been a major fake out zone. Time and time again, we have seen all these fake outs from this zone. Yesterday, there was no reason for anything to be different if analysis stays the same. Now we've reached target, top of the range. So we need to kind of leave this range now. Looking at 1-hour time frames, we can see we have a lot of resistance above head here. A lot of these zones wicks to fill. This is a 1-hour resistance here. 30-minute time frame, same type of story here. Can put a little box. Yeah, there we go. So 15-minute time frame, we could get above the 15 trade to that 1 hour. Could be an option here inside of the range. Bit tough once we've tapped target because it needs to make a decision here. With 4 hours closing bullish, it is technically mixed session bias. Oh, sorry, mixed session bias there. There's no bottom wick on this candle here, but we're gonna cross check that on broker. Let's see on broker what we're saying. Yeah, no bottom wick on broker as well, right? Yeah, so 4 hour no bottom wick. So that's very interesting. Definitely a chance for the 4 hour to go down and make a bottom wick and then possibly take buys from there. So the bottom wick is just sitting here. I want to see on futures actually if there's a bottom wick. If we have all three, no bottom wick. Yeah, futures as well, no bottom wick, huh? So futures no bottom wick, Forex no bottom wick. So there is a chance in London session we go down to make a 4-hour bottom wick. Most 4-hour candles do have that bottom wick. So what we could see is potentially some downside. Right now we're on dead volume. If you look at the 1 minute here, you can understand what I'm saying by we're on dead volume, right? No, we're just going full sideways at the moment. So we want to see some volume come back into the market here before taking buys. Preferably we go down, make the bottom wick, we take buys from down here back to the 4-hour and see what happens. Breakout buys, we could end up taking breakout buys. Obviously the threat is going to be the 4-hour no wick, but if we can manage a little bit aggressively, we can see what we can do with that. If we have a quick look at DAX over yesterday, market started to rebound. I want to show you this. I'm going to speak about some very important information at the moment right now. Very important information, what I think about this bounce and stuff like this. So as we can see, liquidity grab should come back up now, made a new daily support up here. Let's clone this as well, mark the other one. Four-hour time frame closing bearish. So mixed session bias here. Could see some buys and sells. I feel like sells probably. I think we need a change of structure here for sells. If not, if we hold this daily support, we can probably take buys. It's that simple today. But what I want to speak about is this bounce we've been getting on the markets here. DAX, US 30 bounce, filled the gap yesterday, plus more. Nasdaq as well, we've got a similar bounce here on Nasdaq here, filled the gap plus more. I think that this bounce is a bit of a trap. I don't think we're going to continue full bullish from here. I think we can see some downside from this bounce. Unless we consolidate here a little bit more, that obviously can happen. Not saying right now we have to go to the downside, but why? Why do I expect a little bit of downside first? And then we can question, can we make a higher low? So the reason is because this bounce here coming from an amazing zone, we expected it to bounce yesterday. Same analysis as yesterday for why we expected it to bounce from this zone. But that doesn't inherently mean we're fully bullish. This type of bounce we're seeing right now, come up, fill the gap, plus more, is normally because of some sort of catalyst. Technically, we're at a zone. And the second catalyst is that Trump decided to announce that the Middle East tensions is going to stop soon. But why do you think he said that? Why do you think he said that Middle East tensions is going to stop? Because we had a big threat on oil, right? Oil lost one of its biggest percentages with a 28% drop in one day. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. 28% drop in one day. Now, obviously, 28% drop in one day is very unhealthy for the oil market, right? No one wants to drop 28% in one day. So what is he doing? He basically comes out and he gives a bit of hopium into the market. Yeah, biggest intraday movement since COVID, right? So 28% drop. Mr. Trump comes in and says, everything's gonna stop soon. Don't worry. Now the market kind of prices that in and starts to pump up a bit on that. Obviously, it's not a switch, right? We can't all of a sudden 1 minute be okay and then the next minute everything's a switch and it's back to normal, right? So when we think about it like that, we understand that this bounce right here, we don't want to trust fully that this is going to be a reversal. So if we start to see price leave these ranges, sells is going to make sense. We are running on mixed bias today. We can continue some more upside, is even potential, but I think this upside could be a bit of trapping to lead into potentially further sells. Now those sells could come tomorrow even. Those sells could come later today. Those sells could come London session. We don't know. We need to see setups to take sells, right? So whenever it comes, I've kind of analyzed here of what I'm looking for and what I want to see. And I understand that this whole sequence could be a potential trap for a bit of downside move. So for today's session, buys above here, I'm going to be cautious, super aggressive. Right? Super aggressive I'm going to be when I'm looking for buys. And sells here, we need to see how we can enter, because we could potentially enter inside of the range as long as we get volume. Again, volume a bit dead right now. Look at 1 minute, very low volume. So we don't know when volume is going to come in here. 1 hour has closed bearish here, no top wick at the moment. 30-minute bearish, 15 bearish. We're sitting at this 15 support. Potentially we can take sells below this 15-minute support and play it inside the range. If not, maybe we can play some upside. We will see how everything forms, okay? So let's see how gold 1 hour candle closed. So we close small bearish here. Maybe gives us the chance to go and make a bottom wick here on the 4 hour candle. We'll have to see about that. We never know. But that is definitely something that can happen. And that's the analysis for today, right? That's the analysis for today. We have not really had a pre-session pullback here, right? If we check what Asian has done. Majority of Asian has been bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. No pre-session pullback. We've actually pushed up pre-session. So I'd like to see session pullback. If not, I expect London to potentially reverse. Probably from this 4 hour. So we could actually trade the ante here, right? We could trade the ante and play a little bit smarter, not harder. And unless we start breaking out, if we start failing here, we could trade the ante. And we're allowed to because we have mixed bias, right? 4 hour bullish, but daily was bearish. Even though I see the daily as more bullish with the buys from here, we're talking about a session trade. Especially with no 4 hour bottom wick. If we're coming up here and changing structure with no 4 hour bottom wick, that would be a perfect opportunity to even extend targets down to flip the 4 hour. Make a bottom wick as a probability. If not, we stick on the buy side. We stick on the buy side. So that's the analysis for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis and everything is clear and makes sense. If it is, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate it. And let's see what the session brings here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Trump in the background making gazillions. Yeah, I mean, he has quite a lot of power by saying that, you know. Giveaway today. Maybe next week we'll do giveaway. I've already done about 6 giveaways. We are bearish bias on gold. Maybe on your broker you're bearish. Let's see on a different broker feed. No, still bullish on this. What about this broker feed? This broker feed is showing a bearish candle close. Again, more of a rejection bearish candle close. These guys on YouTube always ask, but they don't do their job. Smash the like. Yeah, only 63 people smash the like. 63 goats. Not literal goats, I mean G's, 63 G's. So we're reacting off the daily resistance now. That's why we need to get below. How is silver doing? Let's have a quick look at silver. Maybe we can find something interesting on silver today. Beautiful daily candle close here. Very interesting 4 hour candle close. Bring this 4 hour resistance up here. No bottom wick on silver 4 hour. Get rid of that. Adjust it to here. Yeah, actually pretty similar to gold price action. Stuck at the top of this range. That 1 hour and 4 hour together is annoying because we could buy. Again, I would love to take a buy once we make a bottom wick. That would be nice as well. See where we are on the weekly. Daily has room for upside here. It's just a matter of what do we want to do in the session. Could buy to that 4 hour and that 1 hour. It's not too far, too small room. So this is something. Yeah, we could look for buys above here, to be honest. That's not a crazy idea. So I'm gonna consider that. Has the situation calmed down there a bit, or is it the same? Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same, to be honest. Pretty much the same. No bottom wick means continuation. No, it might mean no continuation. We have to see. So we got a breakout candle here on Nasdaq here. Very strong breakout candle here. 5-minute time frame has room till up to this 5 here. Remember what I said about these breakouts here. We need to see. So this is great because if this closes strong, that's fine. What we wait for is we wait for a little pullback on the 5-minute. If that pullback failed, we're going to be safe. It's going to come back in the range and probably set up sells for the rest of the session. We're probably going to get some sells for the rest of the session. If not, then that would be our buy opportunity. We'll be able to do what? We'll be able to take buys. Right, that's going to be the plan. So we have both side opportunities. Goodbye, Naz. Hi, why is your 1 hour set? I'm not sure, man. Send me an image in the group, man. Come join in the group. So you can send me an image. So we'll keep an eye on Nas. Let's see, look at this. This flipped here on gold again. Trying to think about a way to get into a sell on gold. I told you I want to sell to make this bottom wick. But I think we need to cross this daily resistance. Seem to be reacting off it. Let's see the 1 minute. Yeah, a little bit below it. It's around that zone. Maybe a 30-minute close below would be fine, or a 15-minute close below. My Tradesharpe session bias is saying bearish. My 4-hour candle in 1 hour. Yeah, all the candles are going to be messed up right now, guys, because we have London clocks that have not changed, but we have the New York clocks that have changed. So if you're not in the US, then New York session right now is 1 hour earlier. So New York open is 1 hour earlier. New York Stock Exchange open is 1 hour earlier now. So the brokers have not adjusted their candles. So a lot of brokers will be still operating on the old time frame candles. So this is going to be messed up for about 2 more weeks. It's the first time it's not one of the, it's rare that we get them so gapped apart. Normally it's a week gap, but now we're getting like almost 2 weeks worth of price action before London change. No, London will change at the end of the month. I think like the 20th or 30th, something like that. London will change. Not on the 20th. I think something like the bank holiday. Yeah, there, 29th on Sunday, yeah. So super, like last day of the month, basically, you know. Before the last 2 days of the month. Send it on the Discord, send it in the Zoom chat, man. You can just paste the same link here. Go to the top, copy the link, and then press this, copy link, send it here in the Zoom chat. Join us. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying because all the brokers are going to be messed up right now. Even futures, everything's going to be all like 1 hour off. It's going to be very weird for a little bit of time, and you guys will have a lot of difference. What's the name of the group? That's the private group. The exclusive group. He's in it, so I'm just telling him to send it there so I can see it. He said he sent it in the Discord. This one I think he's talking about. Okay, it's just there. Okay, that's easy. Why 1 hour on 513, not which is the most recent one? Which my 1 hour? Let's have a look. Yeah, I haven't drawn a 1 hour. I just put a box because the 4 hours next to it. You see? Here's the 4 hour. So I just put a box instead of having too many lines. And then I drew the next 1 hour above it. See how Nasdaq is doing now? So look, 5 minute started to fail now. We're going to see if it does end up creating structures to continue up, or is this going to be a failure now? Remember what I said about Nasdaq. Silver is doing what? Yeesh, heavy rejection on silver as well. Silver is very close to making the 4 hour bottom wick. Morning, what have I missed? Won any money yet? Yeah, bro, we just took 16 trades. You just missed 16 trades. Back to back, bro. Absolute scalping master. The only time you don't show up then, man. Absolutely sent it. Hi, I'm trading for the last 2.5 years and I'm done with my studies. But my family always says to me, you're a gambler. And my friends also say. But I can't reply to those people. Yeah, tell them I'm a fucking gambler. And what are you going to do about it? I'm the #1 gambler. Don't you see? Gamble is written on my forehead. No. And in seriousness, literally go to them and tell them this. Tell them all of this. Whenever you made a decision in your life, was anything given 100%? Was it 100% that you were going to pass your studies? Tell them that. Tell them that. You studied hard to pass, right? But was it 100%? No, you could have failed. You could have got lower marks, but you prepared yourself to make sure you didn't fail. Trading works the same. You're preparing yourself to give you the best opportunity to take a trade. The only difference is money's involved. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people do gamble in trading because it's super easy to gamble in trading, right? You can do it all the time. But that doesn't mean you have to be a gambler in trading. Thunder Naz, I just don't know if I really trust Naz, to be honest, man. You know? No, you're right. It is a Thunder, right? 15 close this is. 15 close, yeah. Let's see if it even does close above. It's not looking like it is at the moment. Yeah, it didn't. So, I don't know if I trust too much, man. The problem is people are scared to take risk or try something new, so they call it gambling. Yeah, people are just jealous, you know. People hate to see you do something out of the norm because they feel like they're missing out. So instead of trying to join you, which is more complicated, they just hate. Just gamble. When you make it, they will cry. Yeah, just don't lose everything, you know. Don't waste your time trying to convince them with words. Let results speak. That is the best way. But guess what? That pressure of them hating on you can be a cause of your failure. Because if you just keep quiet and let results speak, they're going to say, hey, how's that little trading thing going? How's trading going? How's trading going? How's trading going? How's trading going? And that pressure just, because it's not going to be going well. It's not going to be going well. It's going to be shit. until you make a change and get your head out of your ass and actually make a change and start getting good at trading. Start taking it seriously. It's a choice, guys. It's a choice. Everyone can become good at trading to a point where you get payouts. That is not a problem. Well, not everyone. It's a choice. You need the right people. You need to be taught the right stuff. Most people will fail because they just, get all the bullshit. Just lie and say it's going good. Here's the issue. If you lie and say it's going good, then they want to get involved. So it's a very common thing is first they hate, then if they see it's going good, they want to get involved. So now they start pestering you. Hey man, when can you help me to trade? What about this trade? What about that trade? Where should I learn? And then you just get in this absolute nightmare and you can't focus on you, because then it's going bad for you and you have these guys in your ear. And then they keep asking you, how's it going? How much have you made now? Did you make anything today? Can I copy you? Can I do it with you? Do you mind? I'll pay you something. Can I give you an account? I'll give you $1,000. Can you trade for me? All of this starts coming. And then you just, tell us what to say. You don't say, you tell them I'm learning a skill, and you tell them this skill that I'm learning is something that takes time, right? And you say you need to put it in a perspective where you're telling them everything is a choice. I'm not forced to trade. No one's forcing me to trade. I can trade and do other things, right? I spend 1 hour a day. Here's how I'm studying. As long as you give them an in-depth picture to show that you're not just blindly pressing. Problem is, the way that people show is they just blindly show them. They want to see that you're being accountable to something. So if you can just show people that you're accountable to something, you're studying, you're putting the right foot forward, you're taking it professionally, you're doing a good job, they can't hate against that. You tell them my wrist is managed, I'm learning from this guy, he's pushing me on discipline, I feel better in my life, I'm focusing on a day-to-day process of not over risking. I'm learning so many things. I feel like I can apply these things to different aspects of my life. And these type of things are going to reassure people to be like, you know what? Maybe this is not such a bad skill he's learning. Maybe it's not such a bad skill he's learning. Be careful. Today, Nasdaq might trap, huh? Today, Nasdaq might trap. We'll have to see. 5 minutes gonna try close above here. It's nice together with the 1 minute close, not gonna lie. Ooh, that's a sketchy open. Why the gold 1 hour locked into more recent 5-3? I just drew a box. I told you that. I drew a box because I have the 4 hour right here. So instead of drawing 2 lines and make my chart messy, I just put a box there. That's it. Here, gold coming down to make the bottom wick. Gold is coming down to make the bottom wick. So from that bottom wick, potential to take buys actually. Do you invest through mutual funds, stocks, or ETFs? ETFs. NQ has 50 profit. Can you look a little up into my trade? Did you send it through? Where? Yeah, there it is, man. Thank you, thank you. Can you please look at this GP? I missed this entry. Let's have a look. It's loading. There we go. Why do you think you missed the entry? 5-minute candle. You didn't have a close above here, so what makes you feel like you missed the entry? You wanted to buy the bottom wick or something? So I feel like it's hard to enter, right? You get this big 5-minute candle here, then what? It was the orange line above the 30. I was going to take it. But then which candle closed above? Because this just blasted through, right? It was hard to take. So I don't feel like you've missed it. Good. And then now this rejected then suddenly it's back up again. It's hard. Like the idea is fine. Yes, good idea. But like the way it formed made it hard to enter. Alright, check out gold here, dumping down here. Let's see how it ends up forming. Nasdaq obviously would have pumped now because of this gold dump. Too hard to enter Nas, gapped up. Couldn't really enter Nas. I was actually considering it once I saw how that 1 minute was looking. I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that gap up is very difficult actually. That's why I didn't take it, because it gapped up. Yeah, because it doesn't give you time, you know. But we can still pull back, you know. I also wanted to, remember I told you to sell gold to make this 4-hour bottom wick, right? Look at this, look at this. We spoke about this in the beginning of the stream, right? 4-hour to make a bottom wick. You can see how the 4-hour now has made a bottom wick. So that's what I mean, there's probabilities to that. So many people here taking buys, just trying to get into buys. Oh, here we go. Everyone's happy. Their song is on. Finally. Oh, now MK is here. Turning speakers off. On the 1 hour, this looks pretty simple, huh? Quick BE, yeah, the only reason Nas ended up making sense is we had that 1 minute beautiful little structure there. See how we like consolidated here, so you could have some confidence to give it a shot. So you'd break even somewhere up here. You'd expect it straight, but yeah, same as the wick, same as the wick. I'm interested to see what gold is gonna do now. Do we start to bounce from here? Make the bottom wick and we start to do it. Have you been using that shape you told us about? Which shape, brother? Took Nas, came back down after a weird rush of the close, went on the reflip. Oh, did it? Do you trade idea? Yeah, your trade idea, like I said, is great, but it made it hard for you to enter, you see? Because of how it formed here. You got that close and then this candle just dumped straight here. I'm just gonna check if there was any other way to enter. Let's see this 1 hour here. Even the 1 hour close right at. Yeah, it's tough. And you don't really want to send it at the highs, you know? Yeah, the 30 close could have been an option as well. I'm looking at that. I just don't like there's no real structure before that. That would probably be your only way. It's a little bit early, right? Yeah, 10. That's the problem. Yeah. But yeah, that would probably be the only way in. I just don't like how it's back to back. Yeah, I'm looking at that, yeah. Might be a little bit later today. We see this pullback here, and then we might start ending up into buys soon. Let's see what happens though. These sells could end up playing out for the full of London. We have tapped the resistance, you know. When it's warrants, what do you think will happen to Nas and gold? Stock market will be bullish. Gold, to be honest, will be affected by rate decisions. Rate decisions and inflation. That's what's going to affect gold. But this Nas pump here, I don't trust long term. I think this is going to be a pump for downside soon. Previous daily and 4 hours bearish, so we are bearish bias. No, it's all messed up because of the 1 hour change, right? Daylight savings for US. Remember, US session is now 1 hour earlier because the clocks haven't adjusted together. European clocks and US clocks are still not adjusted together. So you're going to get all these messed up 4 hour candle closes. Some brokers will see it's bearish, some brokers will say it's bullish. I wish we didn't react at this daily resistance here. Or got a 5-minute candle close below. I really would have considered selling that. Makes total sense. DAX back to normal, it's March. Yeah, I've been watching DAX, don't you guys worry. Been watching how DAX forms. A little bit impulsive. Breakouts are still not confirmed on DAX. We have nice wick to fill here, so if we can get structure on DAX, might be a shot. But it's gonna follow Nasdaq. If Nasdaq starts dumping, we're gonna see DAX also dump. It's gonna go together. It's a shame about Nasdaq gap there. Gold is making it difficult. Do you see a probability late session drop towards 25 level? 25 level. Where's 25 level? No, 25 is a bit deep. I see push first to about the 4-hour support 40 level. 40 level here. That's definitely possible. Yeah, we might look at how we reacted from here. We might just end up ranging on gold for the session here. Just might be a range session. So we need to focus on some other pairs. Let's see what silver is doing though. Yeah, silver also got absorbed. But we have everything else moving. DAX is moving. Nasdaq is moving. So let's see if we can get some sort of pullback on Nasdaq. I was planning to buy gold at 51.57. 51.57. Yeah, you'd be in profit. Why Nasdaq pushing aggressively all of a sudden? Volume, man, volume. Rejection candle gold, you know what comes next? Yeah, higher probability for upside. Is stock market open also earlier? Yes, everything is earlier. So everything is 1 hour earlier for New York session. If I see a change of structure here, I might consider selling. I know it sounds crazy, but I have my reasons. If anything, for a retracement move. Do we have this 4 hour bottom wick on futures? I want to see how futures look. Yeah, we do. Like, we don't have much room to buy up, so if we're gonna buy, we should buy from a retracement here. So if this doesn't change structure, then we just allow it to retrace. We don't gamble trying to see if it is gonna retrace, because it can consolidate, push, consolidate, push. If it does create structure, there's a possible we can take a little sneaky scalp. Yeah, sneaky downside. But we need to see how it forms. Watching you gives me a lot of confidence. I was down $300 today. Now I'm up 50. Nice. Harry, is your setup 4 similar to ICT power of 3? No. Harry, for the NQ buys, aren't you concerned about the 4 hour resistance that it's at right now? Yeah, that's why I'm even considering sells from up here, man. I'm considering sells. If I can see a little bit of confirmation, change of structure, I'm considering sells. I don't want to sell just now because it's a little bit silly. We have a lot of bullish momentum. I need to see that momentum change. Yes, this shit can just dump right now. But if the shit just dumps, you know, randomly, then I can actually look at this as a retracement to try a little bit more buys. So I really want to see price show me it wants to change structure, you know? Maybe bullish 5, then a bearish. Like, if this just retraces here, it's fine. Think about it this way. Your stop loss is 40 points. You're not even going to get paid a 1-to-1 to retrace the whole move it just did. So to complete the whole move, you're not getting paid 1-to-1. So it doesn't make sense to sell it anyways. So it would be more smarter to just let this pull back, create clean candles right now, look for some sort of buy. Because you're not going to be paid a 1-to-1 if it does retrace everything.
Harry, you know, you said you think this is like a fake pump, you know, from Nas.
Yeah.
What's that mean for your? Are you keeping? I always ask you about it, but are you keeping your swing position on, even though obviously you think it's going to dump soon?
Yeah. I probably
Like, is that
will
long,
start to
long
layer
term?
off.
Oh, right, okay.
Look, if you look at the big picture, even if we have a massive dump all the way back to here, I'm in from here. I will just buy more from here.
Yeah.
You know? Like that, if Nas is gonna crash, maybe it crashed down to here. 20% crash. That's like a very crazy crash on Nasdaq, 20% crash. But for me, I'll load up on a 20% crash. But even if I close half when I start to see bearish structure come and load up down here, right? I'm still up from my position, even if it crashed all the way down here, 30%, man. you know? That's what you have to understand, is that, so you have to really be careful, because if I close out a heavy amount of my positions from up here, yeah, if I close out a heavy amount of positions from up here, and it doesn't come down here, I can't re-enter. So I miss so much upside potential, right? So it's almost better to leave the original position and try to add on to your position and make it a bigger position and just run the long term, And if I see anything alarming, I take money out, But right now, I don't see anything alarming. What I'm talking about, the fake out, I'm talking about for an intraday move, maybe to come down here maximum. Like where we currently are, that would be a big dump. 7% on stock market is heavy. 7% on stock market is heavy. Little structure, yeah. Now we just need a good stop though, because remember, we need to get paid from this. It's not enough, this. We need full structure. It's rubbish. Maybe this 5 will close bullish, next one bearish. That would be your only chance. Gold ranging. Bro, did you stream NY yesterday? Yeah, we had an NY stream yesterday in the group. Not on YouTube, in the group. We stream NY every single day in the group. Just sometimes if someone has something last minute or something, maybe we don't. That would be the only reason why. If something pops up, they have some emergency or something, people have lives. They have to attend to certain things, then that day stream will get cancelled. What position size are you running on that, if you don't mind me asking? Because I get my risk confused on long term trades like that. I don't run position size. I just put without leverage. There's no leverage on that. That is just market execution. Volume came late. Yeah, it seems like market still has not adjusted to the time. Where's all my drawings? Oh. This is where we stream NY session every day, in here in the group. I'm in the group, but I didn't get the link. Oh, the link is posted in live room right here, bro. Just make sure you have notifications on, because I notify in the group, right? Any positions we're looking at, I notify. So if you don't have notifications on, then you won't be notified, right? So turn on notifications. All links are posted in live room. The schedule is here if you want to see the schedule in the group. We have Monday to Friday. We have live trading as well, Monday to Friday. Asian sessions, weekly webinars on Sundays, NY plans Monday to Friday. This is the schedule here in the group. Could you please tell me what time and time zone you do your Sunday webinars? Webinars are always recorded anyway, so it doesn't matter. You know, they're always recorded anyways, the webinars. So that doesn't matter. But we do it on Dubai time. We do it on Dubai time. Just loading up the group. I see some people asking me, yo bro, how can you join, blah 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 blah. I want to show you, because now in the group, instead of doing the wait list, we have a new feature, and I want to show you this new feature that there is. Now I can do this, which is I can add spots. So what I've done, as you can see, is this was a test one here. But now I can add spots to the group. You see? So what I've done, I'll paste it here so you guys can see it, is I've opened 4 spots to the group. So the website will be open. You guys don't need to go on a wait list. You can press join now. If you're allowed to join, you'll be able to enter directly. Once the spot fills up, when you press join, it will say spots are full. I'm not only doing 4 spots. I will open maybe like 10. I plan to do possibly around 10, but I just want to test if it's working. So for now I've put 4. There's been 2 people since I've tested it, so I'm waiting for 2 more, and then I'm gonna see if it actually stops instead of the wait list, because I know people don't like to wait on a wait list. So now we're gonna do it on a spots basis. So yeah, we do it 11:30 a.m. Dubai time is the webinars. So check out Nasdaq trying to get back above. I wonder if we could scalp this. I just don't know, man. It's a bit late, I feel, huh? Can I join? Yeah, you guys can. Just from the link, guys. You just go to the link for those who's asking. If you can't find the link, I have to be honest, I think maybe you don't, it's not a good idea to join, right? Literally, it's in the description as well. Do you live in Dubai? If so, what is your best broker? I do live in Dubai. Right now, I'm using Vantage Markets. I'm using Vantage. I like them because we have a custom support agent, meaning that we don't deal directly with their team. We deal directly with our own account managers. Also, if you're interested in deposit bonus, we have one of the biggest deposit bonus for such a big broker. We have 150% deposit bonus, which is cool that they hooked us up with that. But the main thing for me is just having someone I can speak to. Can you organize us a futures broker? You have $25,000 you're ready to deposit? Then we could look to organize with interactive brokers. But minimum deposit for futures broker is $25,000. I think I have put the link in the description, maybe. Let me double check for you guys. I'm pretty sure I have. Pretty sure I have. Yeah, here, this one. So that's in the description as well. Give me till end of year, easy peasy. Yeah. But you know, the problem is, that's why I don't like, these guys are big guys. So if you have good clients you can bring to them who are going to deposit minimum $25,000, then you can get future broker deals, you know? But it's all about what you can offer them, and then they give you something back, right? Do you trade DAX? Yes, I also trade DAX. I have it here marked up. Gold, what are we saying on gold here? Gold trying to get back towards the top of the range. Now, I'm not, as long as we break out today, I'm not against taking buys anymore. Why? Because we made that 4-hour bottom wick, right? So since we made the 4-hour bottom wick, you know, this is going to allow us to take buys without any issue. So yeah, Faye was asking what time zone. This is in Dubai time zone. But if you miss anything, we record everything. So you can watch it. What is DAX unfunded next? I don't know. Maybe German 40, GER 40 or DE 30 or something like that. I think I even put the link in here. Let me see. Yeah, here in the group there is here as well. All the details as well. That's the one. There we go. I'm sure I was doing that. Do you lie about trades on webinars? What do you mean lie about trades on webinars? No, I don't lie about trades on webinars. Don't know how you would lie about a trade on webinar. It's a webinar, bro. If you have to lie about a trade on a webinar, you should just go kick rocks. That's my opinion. If a guru is lying about a trade on a webinar, he needs to go and kick rocks. Because how are you supposed to lie about a trade? Doesn't make sense. That's not what the webinars are about. I mean, it's different for me, man. It's different for me. I'm a live trader. I live trade. You know? I do it on... I'm here live. I thought you take trades on webinars. Webinars are on Sunday, bro. Every Sunday is webinars. We live trade in the trading sessions. We have 2 trading sessions. We live trade in London session, New York session, Asian session. I'm sleeping, but we do have it. Thank you, bro. This is what I need, bro. I need to save this image. Kick rocks. DAX might close above on the 5, yeah, but can we trust second breakout? Can we trust the second breakout? This is the question. I do like the close. Let's see how 1 minute looks. 1 minute has good structure. Tempting as hell, man. Tempting as hell. 1 hour and 9 minutes. 30 minutes is just flipping now. I like now it's faked out at the highs. I really want to take this, guys, but I have to run my experimentation on DAX, man. I just don't have enough data. This is the data I need. Are we back to taking second breakouts? I haven't seen a second breakout forever. I mean, I could take it lower risk. It's not really a harm to take it lower risk, to be honest. Do you think DAX is more chill lately? Setups look like giving more continuation. Yeah, it's slowly trying, but the problem is that we're seeing, like, if you look at yesterday's London, show you what happened yesterday's London. Look at yesterday's London. Like, what are you gonna do in yesterday's London? This is 5-minute time frame. Yesterday's London. That's London open candle, range. Only late we break out. Look what time we break out. 1:15 breakout we get. And look, breakout candle, this pretty big breakout candle. This is the problem. So yeah, I'm gonna look at this trade here, but it is a valid setup, something I would take. I just need to make sure that I'm doing something that I know I have very high probability, and then I can do that. But this is something that I would say is normally valid, but we need to see what happens, how the probabilities are playing. If this was a first push like yesterday, as you can see, late we broke out late yesterday, I would take this because we haven't broke out that day. As you can see, a second breakout, failed first, then tried again, failed again, third time went. You see? So this is maybe something a little bit similar where we have first breakout we just had. Now second breakout, do we fail? We don't know yet. We don't know. So I need to see, do we fail? You have a 9 to 5 on secret, I bet? Bro, I work at McDonald's. What are you even saying, bro? Of course I have a 9 to 5. I'm working at McDonald's, bro. I go night shift McDonald's. That's the only reason I don't trade Asian is because I'm night shift in McDonald's. Scrubbing floors and serving people, you know. I'm probably the only McDonald's worker who drives a GT3 and wears a Rolex to work. But that's the hustle, man. Need the cash flow. I'm just joking. Those stuff are not a measure of success, my friend. Please do not be impressed by people flexing this shit on you. It is not a measure of success. It's a shame that the world has come to measure success like that these days. I'm only doing it as a joke. Those overtime hours? Yeah, bro. Need to get them in. Give us some free food. Porsche's success, it's people use it as a measure of success, right? But for me, it's an achievement, but the success is who I became. That is the real success. That was a result of who I became and what I did. It was a result. It was not the measure of success, because I could do like an exit scam, right? Tax fraud or whatever. Launder money and buy the same thing. Does that mean I'm a successful person? Right? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's a success, right? Just means he has a desirable Would you launder money? It's not worth the risk, in my opinion, just for, you know, a little bit of fun. To live with that constant tension of knowing that, you know, money is not everything, guys. Trust me. It's cool. It can buy you cool shit. It just satisfies your wants and needs. You know, but at the end of the day, you feel very empty at that point, because the only thing that keeps you sane is that you made all of this money illegally. And you're just sitting there buying yourself stuff to feel like you're somewhat normal. Deep down inside, those people are just hurt people. And they just use money to put band-aids over their scars. Whereas if you make money from pure achievement, it's like a high. You feel high from it. You feel high. Why do you feel high? Because it's something that, you know, you've done yourself. You've worked. You've grinded. You've every single day put your head down. It's something that you deserve. It feels so much more valuable to you. And it's something that you feel like you've actually done within your life, you know. So that thing alone is worth it. Travel, help people, no debts, wonderful, and then end up in jail, and you get your most valuable asset taken away from you, which is time. So what would you choose? Rich life or poor life? Rich life, of course, but I will work for a rich life. And that's what I've worked for, right? I mean for trading? Okay, sorry. So yeah, I wouldn't take that one, man. I wouldn't take that one because this one is on a 5, you know, straight into this previous 5 here. It's a bit risky. This looks good in hindsight, but as a setup, probably gonna fail long term. Look what happened with DAX here, guys, right? Remember I said I don't want to buy second breakout DAX? Came and stop you out if you took that. So I'm very happy with that decision. That is a win right there in my set. Like, I can't tell you guys how long that took me to develop that skill. I want everyone to listen right now. That is the name, right? That is the name of the game, basically, is being able to tell yourself that, hey, there's a setup here that somewhat follow my rules, but I know what price has been doing. I know what price has been doing, so I'm gonna sit out and not press the button. That level of discipline is what makes or breaks your trading. Otherwise, you'd be down 1%. Now look what it's doing, going back in profit. Now what happens? Now you feel shit, you feel down, it's game over, right? And then that ruins your day. And that it's a split decision. You know, it's a split decision. And it used to ruin me because look, you know how pissed I'd be right now that I just got stopped out and this shit is now playing out. And it ruins tomorrow. It ruins the next day. This week, I'm probably done just because of that one trade. Because I'm revenge trading in New York session. If not, I've already revenge trade in London session. You know? What made you not take it? Just a feeling? No, probabilities. Because we've been seeing DAX second breakout not always work. It's just been a trend of what DAX has been doing. Back in the day, this used to win 80% of the time, but recently this is what's happened on DAX. You know? So I wonder now, will it... Oh, never mind. You know? Now we have the open. That's the problem. I wonder if we can send this with the open, but we have the 15 sitting right here. Maybe if the open makes a deep bottom wick, we can take the trade breaking the high. Stop loss is becoming a little bit large, but open volume will be able to fix that. 36 seconds. The only way we can take this on open is if we get large bottom wick. Might be something I consider. Oh, what a party pooper, man. Can you believe that? Last 10 seconds? That's such a party pooper, man. Oh my god. But I'm so happy we didn't take this, guys. We would have been stopped out, man. No matter where you put stops, you know? Stops right here, stopped out. Stop below 5, stopped out. This is just what DAX has been doing these days, right? This is why. What is gold doing on the open? NQ as well, tapping resistance here. So we need to see what happened with NQ. Would have this been a valid DAX entry? Yeah, I saw it. I put thumbs up. This is a great entry. You know? Even that one is fine again there. This is just sick price action, actually. Shit, I need to reply to lobsters. Jason today took out another payout, 5+K in payouts from Top Step. Let's go, man. That is good shit. That is good shit. What do you think about silver now? Is it way too extended? Let's have a look at silver. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Maybe a sneaky little silver trade. Nice 1 hour candle close. We get this little fake out happening now. So if we break above the high, it should be quite nice actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give silver a shot re-break of this high. Do I have time? Let me set it up. I might not have time. Yeah, I think I will have time. Yeah, I will have time if it breaks it. All right. Spreads are too crazy on CFDs? Yes, CFDs it is crazy. Futures trade. Why'd you enter from there? 15 closing above, 5-minute candle closing above. I want to see if we can get some continuation. On futures 15 didn't close above, did it not? Oh yeah. Fuck. I did notice that just now. That's the problem, rushing, just going and pressing market buy. Yeah. Oh no. That's a bit unfortunate. So I just noticed, guys, on futures, we did not close above here. And this is a futures trade, so I need to be basing it on futures. Let's see on this broker if it's the same. Did we close above here? Yeah, I think I might be kicked out because we did not close above on futures. Yeah, I saw you guys wrote that. That is a bad mistake. Bad mistake. Yeah, we didn't close above on futures. Not a valid trade, this, guys. This is not a valid trade. There's no confirmation to this trade. This is not a valid trade. I repeat, not a valid trade. There's no confirmation. We are at resistance. So, nah, this is not going to be okay, this trade. We need to just have a little bit of volume here. That's the only chance we survive because we have nothing closing above. Nothing closing above on futures. Nothing closing above.
We closed above on Awanda though.
Yeah, it doesn't count because it's a futures trade. Doesn't count. It won't count. So we'll see if we survive it. Futures stop loss still in place here. There's a chance. But I don't like this. Okay, I'm out. Yeah, so that's it done for me. Yeah, just a mistake there. Did not close above on futures. This is why I don't like rushing into trades. That's annoying. I'm really annoyed with that one. How much you risk? Only 280, man. Only 280. So not much. Not much. Only 280. Only 280. But I just put the line in and I'm like, look, it didn't close above. That's what happens, man. You see the chart, you want to rush in, and I was super patient on the last one. I can't believe that I've missed out that didn't close above. That's the difference, right? That's the difference when something doesn't close above. Like, that's how important closes above are. I had this chart on the 1 minute. I entered it when I saw it like this because I didn't even notice the 1 minute. I entered right here and I'm like, oh, we're above, right? And then I read chat and they say 15 minute didn't close above. I check 15 minute. Look at this, man, right at resistance. So you're going to lose a trade if we're at resistance. It's 50-50. Not even 50-50. Less probabilities. Less probabilities. I just hate silly mistakes like that. That's just like such a silly. I mean, it's not even big risk. Like, I'm not too bothered about the risk, but it's just I'm bothered that, you know, I didn't check 15 before entering because I was in a rush to enter. Like, I rather just miss the trade in that instance, you know. Way better to miss the trade there. Rookie errors are the worst, yeah. It's just people typing, check silver, check this, check that. You know, it's a lot to manage sometimes. And you really need to cross-check, right? Can't just blindly enter. So I rather just miss the position, you know, and just not enter. That's sometimes a better thing. I still think it will be valid once we get the close above. I will look to re-enter if we get the close above, but I'll re-enter again, no problems. But we need to see on futures if we close above now or not. There might be one more shot. If we took on CFD, it won't be valid. You can't trade silver on CFDs. It's just not possible to trade silver on CFDs. No broker gives you enough spread, good spread to trade silver on CFDs. You can only swing on CFDs. So you shouldn't be looking at silver price action on CFDs, to be honest, overall. I mean, it's sometimes they're right aligned. They're exactly the same. I mean, this didn't look like a tight close. So I was pretty sure that this was the correct close. I mean, look at this. It's a clear. So I'm like, okay, I don't even need to check. Like, they're very similar, the CFD and future chart, but today it was completely off. Today it was completely off. If you trade CFD, 40% of your profit is gone. Yeah, you just can't. So that's why scalping silver on CFD is not an option. You can swing silver on CFD, yes. You can swing silver on CFD. But it's a futures trade, so you have to base it off futures, because futures data is going to be way more accurate on CFDs. I mean, on silver. Gold could break out, though. Gold could break out in 4 hours. Gold can break out in 4 minutes. So we'll check what gold is doing here, guys. Yeah, some big boy volume coming on NAS here. Kind of what we wanted on silver, huh? Big boy one on NAS. I wonder if I would have taken this though. Let's have a look at the analysis. Clean candles there. Clean candles here. Oh, but we're stuck at resistance. No, I'm not sure if I would have taken that. I'm not sure I would have taken that, to be honest. Let's see gold here. 15-minute candle closes in 2 minutes. Can we close above for a breakout trade? It's a bit big stops though. We have to consider this smartly. How much capital do you trade with on personal or funded? Did London just open? Have you ever messed up lot sizes while entering a trade? Yeah, definitely I've done that before. I think we all have. I've done that before. One minute. Let's see how this candle closes in 1 minute. I think we could get away with some little bit more aggressive 5-minute stops potentially. No, it's the same. Does she close above? Yes or no? Okay, we close below here, guys. We close below. Nasdaq has pushed. DAX here pushed as well on the open, though. So that's nothing we can really do on that open. Nasdaq is up here now at these highs. It's very hard to try and trail this right now. Silva, I made a mistake today. So yeah, just a mistake on my side. Didn't check my closes. Rushed in, and that's sometimes what can happen. You see something, you're looking at the chart here, it looks good, and then boom, rush in, and then you find out, hey, actually what I checked is not good. So that's what happens sometimes. Nothing I can do about it at this point right now, except look back and say, hey, maybe read chat less, something like that. Focus more on what I'm looking at, not what others are looking at, you know. But it's a double-edged sword, because sometimes you miss something because someone reminds you to check something. So I guess I just, you know, always double check. Make sure you, even if you missed a position, you know. Happens to me as well, really annoying. Yeah, it hasn't happened for a long time, but it's okay, you know, that's fine. I don't know what to do. 0.5%, a little bit more, half a percent is not going to kill the account, losing 0.5%. But hey, at least we've had wins to back it up. But I don't like for me, I don't like giving back money in that sense. You know, that one annoys me. When I do that, I get annoyed because it's like really easy, you know. Those are easy things to avoid. But gold here, guys, if gold does end up closing above here, I'm interested. So maybe in the next 15 minutes, we could get a breakout, some sort of continuation. If not, we're going to stay in this range and it's going to be very messy. We are at major resistance, guys, so I'll be very careful on the breakout. You know, be very careful. You want to see nice continuation and then see what happens at the 1 hour. Could lose from then. So we're going to see what happens. And yeah, you know, this is really all I'm waiting for. Everything else has pushed. Gold is the only option. We haven't pushed too much during London session. So a close above here might be the option. Again, I will be slightly more aggressive on that because we are at very bad market positioning for the 4 hour time frame here, right at highs. So this is where all of our highs have come from. all of our mess has come from in the past. Only once we have moved through here cleanly. Every other time it's been BS, 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 all just really messy price action. So let's see what ends up happening and how we form in there, and then we'll pick it up from tomorrow for you guys in London session. I'm gonna see how NY session goes today, guys, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. So with that being said, take care. If you want to join the NY session with us on a daily basis, you know where to join on the link. I'll see you guys there if you do, and good luck, guys. Time for you to guys to send it, pass your accounts, get funded. Remember about that. Don't be lazy, make a change, and actually start reaching those goals, guys. Okay, don't just sit here hoping for something to happen and praying one day it will all work into place. No, you have to put effort in. Without effort, there's no outcome. Take the advantages and put that all in. So make sure you're doing that. Take care, guys, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Much love and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.